What is up, Overwatch Odyssey? We have got a great matchup for you tonight. We have got the Noble Guardians, who will soon be rebranding to the Munchkins, going up against the Lootboxers. Both of these teams, the only undefeated teams in Group A, so we'll be excited to see both of them face off here in their match tonight. But, of course, as always, we cannot have an Overwatch Odyssey match without starting a little bit late, so teams are filing in now, and we will get things underway. What I can tell you is, as we have been waiting, speaking with Captain for the Lootboxers, Squidstorm, the Lootboxers will be banning Antarctic Peninsula, so we will not get to see that map for Control, but we will be right back once we get things sorted out and teams show up. Alrighty, welcome back. Sorry for the delay. We have got all of the players ready and rearing to go. Noble Guardians, being the home team, have selected Busan to be the control map, and we will be getting things underway now. Both teams having a very solid performance against the Wyoming Cowboys. And I gotta say, the Wyoming Cowboys have been a phenomenal force to reckon with, and both teams able to just absolutely shut them down. And I'm excited to see now going up against one another what that's gonna look like. Um, I am intrigued to see how the teams play, how they adapt. We aren't doing hero bans, but obviously we are doing sorry, lost my train of thought. I need to double check something real quick. Before we get things underway, we're going to take a brief pause, mayhaps, as players are opening their profiles per the rules. Alrighty, so we are taking just a brief moment, just double checking, making sure everyone that's abiding by the rules before we get things underway. But as I was saying, these teams both having dominating performances thus far, seeing them compete against one another, we should be in for a heck of a match between these two teams. So just verifying some things before we get back underway. Alrighty, and we are back. Alrighty, and on the side of the Noble Guardians, we have got Bogus, H2, Babyflex, Topo, and Oreo Man playing a very brawl-esque comp, but immediately getting Arrow and shutting that down. But the Lootboxers are going to be coming out with their Pharmacy here that they had been using, but Squidstorm able to get a pick, but does go down to H2 here. Julian very low as well. Julian is going to go down to H2, is going to be just Ocelot here as Dream Suite does get eliminated. I'm just watching H2 for that whole fight. I mean, H2 got several of those picks against the Lootboxers, and that was a very swift first fight taken for Noble Guardians, now at 10% and climbing. And Topo able to get the pick there on Squid. Arrow very low again. And Noble Guardians now at almost 50%. Ocelot does get the pick there on Baby Flex. And Topo going down as well. Here's the power of that Pharmacy. Julian able to take down Oreo Man. And it's just going to be Bogus on point, contesting to stay alive, hoping to get any picks possible. But does go down, and res on Squidstorm, allowing the Lootboxers to get back to full strength. Maybe taking a little bit longer than they had hoped. Noble Guardian stopped just shy of 70%. But the Lootboxers coming up on almost 4 alts. Looking at the side of Noble Guardians, however, coming up not, well, now having H2's Dragon Blade here, but not having, or sorry, about to have all 5 here. Mine's coming out from Julian. Bayflex going low. Squid able to finish off. Julian able to knock H2 into the mines, but Topo able to get a pick as well. Is just going to be Bogus once again. And there's going to be that res from Dream Suite, keeping Arrow alive, and the Lootboxers still climbing 35% and going up. And Bogus able to get that early pick there on Squid. And that is a big ult there from Ocelot, able to take down Babyflex mid-high noon. And there's going to be the Dragon Blade finishing off Arrow. Recall Force from Squid. And only one pick there from H2 with Dragon Blade, but still able to take down a huge part of this LOOTBOXERS offense. And there's going to be Annihilation Pot from Bogus, getting Ocelot very low. Pulse Bomb coming out from Squid, not connecting. Julian low, but Ocelot able to get the pick there on Oreo. LOOTBOXERS do lose the point, but B is going to be dropped. Ocelot able to get Topo, but still 3 picks for the side of Noble. Now at almost 90%, LOOTBOXERS going to have to take point here and take it quickly. And there's going to be the mines from Julian. Julian does get very low. We are going to see the Kitsune Rush from Topo and Beat Drop from Oreo. And that was a very clean fight there at the end, able to utilize both Topo and Oreo's ults, not having to play as defensively thanks to the beat, but also being to play very hyper aggressively with the help of the Kitsune Rush. Noble Guardians able to take the first point, making this a 1-0. We are now moving on to the next point. Squidstorm now making the swap to Genji here. Maybe not getting enough on Tracer, but we are going to be seeing the Pharmacy again. There's that ball rollout from Julian here. And Julian hoping to do something maybe a little bit sneaky here, but does get forced out. Squid is getting pressured as well, getting very low. May not be an escape for Squid. Squid does go down. And making that Ash swap can be really good there, especially with that Pharmacy running. Arrow hoping to get a pick here. Does get very low. Arrow is going to go down as well, and Noble Guardians able to take the point. And a nice pick there on Dream Suite as well. Babyflex cooking right now. Babyflex able to get another, taking down Ocelot. And a lot of damage. Bogus being forced out here. And Ocelot able to get a quick 2 with that damage boost here. Oreo looking very low, maybe able to survive. Julian getting the pressure and knocking Oreo off the map. LOOTBOXERS stopping the Guardians there at 44%. LOOTBOXERS coming up on several ults here, about 75-ish for a lot of ults for the Guardians. Babyflex getting very low, does get picked. Very nice coordination between Julian there and Squid. Julian able to get Babyflex knocked up in the air for Squid to strike there. And Babyflex now making that swap to Soj. Soj has been very strong lately. And there's going to be the blade from Squid. Beat coming out from Noble Guardians. Still almost able to get the pick there on Babyflex, but thanks to a lot of pocketing there from the support. I spoke too soon. Ocelot able to finish off that Elim. And Bogus getting demeched there and Spawn. That's just going to give LOOTBOXERS. And there's a nice clean pick there on Bogus, maybe hoping to die and get a remech faster, stall less time. I'm waiting to see a 1v1 between Arrow and Oreo here. Julian dropping the mines. Babyflex does go down. I think that swap to Genji was definitely the correct one. Squidstorm going nuts on this round. And 90% now, Noble Guardian's going to have to do something. There's going to be the Rocket Bosch there from Ocelot, but unfortunately not able to connect. Does get a pick on Topo thanks to that final blow there from Squid. But as we say, that H2 with the blade, able to get Squid down. Bogus able to get Arrow, now down 2. There's going to be the bomb not connecting, but does get that remech, maybe sustaining ult there. And the LOOTBOXERS already back. Recall being forced out already. And we're looking for that. Topo does go down. And H2 able to get the pick there on Squid, but Oreo going down as well. Noble Guardians without any support. And there's going to be the beat there. Oreo hoping to keep Topo up. And there's going to be the swap to Sombra. And that is going to be round 2. Noble Guardians got to 87%, but LOOTBOXERS able to bounce back and get that objective here. Definitely a big push there, big effort from the LOOTBOXERS, able to come away with that second objective. And it looks like they're going to be running that same comp on the side of Noble Guardians, however. H2 going to be playing Genji again, Babyflex going to that Cass, and Bogus going to be playing Ram. And we did see, I believe, quite a bit of Ram coming from Bogus bonus there in that match against the Cowboys. So we'll see if that proves to be effective. We also saw it on the first checkpoint, or the first point for Control. And H2 able to strike first. Squid does go down. Arrow here on point. But Julian able to strike back. Looks like the LOOTBOXERS are maybe just... I spoke too soon. Julian and Arrow diving in. Babyflex getting very low. Babyflex does go down. Still both teams even. Noble Guardians do capture the objective here, though. And Squid able to strike first. Oreo Man does go down, but H2 able to find Dream Sweep. Both team without a support, and Ocelot without a pocket for the Pharmacy. And another solid pick. Huge Suzu from Topo, able to keep Babyflex alive. Squid going down. Arrow very low, but Julian still very much a threat. And nice ult there, I think, from Julian, able to get Noble Guardians off the point and maximize damage, or sorry, capture percentage. Ocelot does go down, Dream Sweep getting low and finished off by H2. Babyflex with the unfortunate dive into the mine. Squid able to get H2. This could be a fast regroup here for LOOTBOXERS and able to take that 5v3 advantage. There's going to be that speed again. Squid Storm and the Loot Boxers crashing down on the supports of Noble Guardians. There goes Topo. Oreo Man going down as well, but Bogus able to at least get one. Maybe able to chase down Squid. Does in fact get Squid. Dream Suite getting very low. Huge ult from Ocelot to keep Dream Suite alive. Loot Boxers now taking the lead again. I'll admit that was a clean knock up in the air by Julian to be finished off there by Ocelot. Loot Boxers now holding on to Dragon Blade coming up on Valk. We do have many of the 4 of 5 ultimates online, but Squid Storm is going to try and engage early, able to get 1, able to get 2. With the support of Julian, able to get 3. 4 goes down by Ocelot, and this is going to be a quick team wipe almost at the doors of their opponent. Loot Boxers at 75% and hoping to close things out. But again, Noble Guardians holding on to 4 ultimates. This could be a retake, and it's almost going to have to be now that the Loot Boxers are 85%. And there's going to be the pick there on Squid, looking for Arrow, but unfortunately not going to be able to get Arrow. Bob coming out there from Babyflex, able to contest point and start taking it. Ocelot able to get H2 down, though. Julian looking very low. And Noble Guardians able to retake res used there by Dream Suite. And Julian able to get that pick there on Babyflex. Julian's almost favorite dive target has got to be Babyflex. Noble Guardians now 65 and climbing percentage-wise. H2 now swapping off of Genji, going to Tracer. Squid swapping off of Genji and going to Venture. Mine's going to be dropped, and again, Julian dropping there on Babyflex. Babyflex very low, does go down to the mines. But Topo able to get 2 there in this fight. And Oreo Man does go down. This still could be anyone's fight, but Squid goes down as well. And there's going to be the pulse there from H2. All overtime started here. Babyflex very low, probably about 10 HP or so. Ocelot going down. Topo able to get the finishing blow there. Squid very low as well. Does go down to Topo. And that is going to be enough. The Loot Boxers are off the point, and that is going to be the first map going to the Noble Guardians. That was a heck of a first map from both teams. I gotta say, Loot Boxers did a very nice job of turning things around after losing the first objective, but Noble Guardians really able to stand out there on the second. I will be honest, it looked like it could have been a runaway from the Loot Boxers, but with that buildup of ult economy that Noble Guardians had, they were able to come away with it and rise from that 45% to roughly like 90-ish% to come away with it, and they did a very nice job of that. Even with Julian doing a great job of disrupting and really target focus there on Babyflex. I know for a fact that I would have been one to get pretty tilted there by a ball just consistently diving me. So also kudos to Topo and Oreo Man for trying to mitigate some of that and keeping Babyflex alive. But we will be getting things underway. So Noble Guardians having won the first map, Loot Boxers will get to choose between Escort or Hybrid, and then we'll have map ban and a map pick. But until then, bear with us, and we will be right back.
son.
Alrighty, welcome back. We are ready for our next map. We have been destined to go to Hybrid, and we will be playing at Midtown after Eichenwald was banned and Noble Guardians have opted to attack first. This will be definitely a good match to see the strength of these two teams. So far at the beginning of this match, Noble Guardians have looked like they have taken a resounding lead, and I'm excited to see if that strength continues or if LOOTBOXERS are able to get together and figure out what they need to do to overcome this team. As we are looking at things, we have made a swap. Hockey Pizza Man is coming in for Julian, and we will be seeing the LOOTBOXERS take more of a poke-ish brawl type comp, and it looks like Noble Guardians will be taking a similar comp, playing that Genji Soj, which have been really strong with that Kiri Lucy. It'll be exciting to see what they can do there. And Bogus coming out on the Ram again. That'll look good, I'm sure, as it has so far. Maybe the LOOTBOXERS able to shut that down. They are going to be setting up here right at that choke. It'll be interesting to see if Noble Guardians take that left alley or not, or if they just try and push straight through the LOOTBOXERS here.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Not so fast.
Huge anti there coming from Dream Sweep. Hockey Pizza Man forcing out all of the team's cooldowns, but Bayflex able to capitalize. Oreo Man does go down, but LOOTBOXERS playing without their tank. Squidstorm going down there to H2. H2 able to get arrow as well. And H2 able to clean up there. Noble Guardians able to take the objective.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
What's up?
Just watching things unfold, you can tell that the tempo of the game, Noble Guardians are really opting to choose, but that is going to be their engagement point. However, Baby Flash going down as well. Team still even. H2 going down. Bogus looking very low as well. Playing that high ground is definitely kind of a kill box for the LOOTBOXERS. That's kind of where they want to play. However, H2 holding on to that Dragon Blade could be good, but Ocelot holding on to the Molten Core as well. Maybe able to drop that down if H2 is trying to engage with that Dragon Blade. Again, turret going down almost immediately before the fight is started. There's going to be the rush there from the LOOTBOXERS, or sorry, Noble Guardians. Molten Core coming out, able to get Topo, but LOOTBOXERS just grouping up. That is going to be a lot, able to fall off of that. Both teams taking a couple picks, but Noble Guardians being forced to regroup. LOOTBOXERS doing a nice job of holding this high ground. Still, Noble Guardians holding on the Dragon Blade. They have got Overclock, Beat Drop, and Annihilation. And there's going to be the Bob from Squid. Annihilation coming out from Hockey Pizza Man. Bogus able to get two, however. Both supports of the LOOTBOXERS going down. Squid getting two, however, with the assistance of Bob. And And looks like the Noble Guardians will be able to clean up here and continue pushing the payload. Just H2 and bonus here.
There's the enemy turret. Take it out.
My turret's getting hit.
Baby Flex getting very low, but there's going to be the annihilation from Bogus. H2 able to get Dream Sweep. And LOOTBOXERS kind of flipping the map a little bit there, but unfortunately they will be giving up. Giving up the payload, now going back. Noble Guardians with just under 4 minutes to capture the objective, or complete the map rather. And Squid now making that swap to Soj to match. Ocelot still sticking on the Torbjorn here. Arrow now going to be playing that Lucio. And a lot of people low. Baby Flex able to get Ocelot down. Hockey looking very low as well, but able to get H2. Both teams without a DPS. There's going to be the overclock from Baby Flex. Able to get Hockey Pizza Man down. And Arrow able to get the final blow there on Baby Flex. Noble Guardians still pushing away on the payload though. Able to finish off Bogus bonus. That's going to be Hockey Pizza Man's go. Able to get Baby Flex as well. A lot of health bars looking low there in front of Hockey Pizza Man, but not wanting to extend too far. LOOTBOXERS regrouping and setting up again. H2 still holding on to the Dragon Blade. I believe that's still the first Dragon Blade for this map. Kitsune Rush coming up, another sound barrier. Kitsune Rush coming up from the LOOTBOXERS too. And there's going to be that Dragon Blade. H2 able to get Ocelot, Annihilation and Dragon Blade, able to get Squid Storm, and there's going to be the beat as well from Noble Guardians. This could be all she wrote, but LOOTBOXERS having a quick regroup, hoping to push through. There's going to be the Molten Core there from Ocelot. It's at least going to put a reason for Noble Guardians to not be on point there, but getting 3 picks right away. Dream Sweep going to go down. It's just going to be Hockey Pizza Man there on ball. And does go down. Ocelot hoping to make that touch on Tracer, but unable to do so.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
And a very nice offensive effort there from Noble Guardians. Looking to see if LOOTBOXERS can match that or exceed that performance, as they will now be on the attacking end of things. I will say LOOTBOXERS, the defense looked a little bit rough, especially right there at the beginning. The high ground portion of this, as they're going to that first checkpoint, looked better, but still Noble Guardians seemed to have a clear edge against the LOOTBOXERS here. But as we got to that third, which of course with the spawn being right there, has some sort of built-in advantage. But the LOOTBOXERS really able to push in and do what they wanted to. They're at the end, or I should say beginning, of holding that last checkpoint to complete the map. So now we're looking at things. We're going to be seeing the Ram mirror. We're going to have the Sojourn Genji mirror. And then we'll be looking at a Kiri Lucy on the side of Noble Guardians with a Juno Lucio on the side of LOOTBOXERS. And I think that difference will be made in how the LOOTBOXERS play. I think the composition that they're playing is going to be a hyper aggressive one. They're really wanting to get in and just kill the other team.
Defend objective A.
And loot boxers are going to be taking that side angle. And of course, as I went into an in-depth explanation as to what they're wanting to do, loot boxers trying something different. And I like that fake that they had, but that's a good use of some cooldowns there. Bogus Bonus able to slow the loot boxers down. Arrow going down. Ocelot going to be looking very low as well. And the loot boxers going to have to regroup here. Hockey Pizza Man hoping to get out, but will not be able to. Watching things there from Bogus Bonus's perspective, just watching the loot boxers kind of make that play and getting around, I really liked seeing that, kind of that almost fake that we're going to be going this way. But then as soon as they went across the map, Noble Guardian's able to really collapse on that and shut that down. Looks like the loot boxers will now be taking that alley.
I am restored.
There's Susan forced out. This could be something for the loot boxers to dive on. Squid able to get the first pick, but two answered back. Babyflex and Bogus Bonus. And Arrow does go down. Squid going down as well, and Dream Suite hoping to get a quick reset here. Loot boxers just over 2 minutes left to do this. Noble Guardians holding onto a Kitsune Rush, coming up on Annihilation and Blade as well. Just looking like an overclock and maybe a Kitsune Rush in the mid-fight for the loot boxers. And there's going to be, again, that fake almost. And Babyflex able to take down Squid Storm mid-overclock. That is going to be unfortunate for the loot boxers, but the annihilation there from Bogus Bonus. Arrow has usually had a very good Lucio performance, but I think Bogus Bonus is doing a very nice job being able to shut down some of that mobility that Arrow would have. And there the loot boxers go again, hoping to get that. There's going to be the rush from both sides. Beat is going to be dropped from the side of the loot boxers. Squid able to get that pick on H2. There's going to be the beat drop from Noble Guardian, and the blade from Ocelot able to get two. There's Babyflex ulting and able to get that last pick. Squid Storm making the final blow, and the loot boxers able to cap. Well, I shouldn't speak too soon. And now they will be able to cap just over 3 minutes for them to get to the next checkpoint here. H2 getting very low. Hockey Pizza Man kind of jumping in. Very nice job there from Hockey Pizza Man getting back and able to get to the supports and able to sustain and stay alive.
Not so fast.
Orlman very low. Suzu coming out from Topo. Bogus now having annihilation. Dragon Blade used by H2 does get two, but Dream Suite able to get that final pick, and Bogus able to chase down Hockey Pizza Man as well. And it looks like the Noble Guardians will not be opting to take this high ground, and maybe with their more brawl-esque I'll say playstyle that they're wanting to accomplish here, they are playing just down here in this low ground.
Your miscalculations will cost you everything.
And H2 able to get the pick on Dream Suite here. And that's going to be Annihilation being used by Bogus. Lots of picks coming. H2 and Babyflex able to clean up with that trickle damage there from Bogus. And the Golden Gloves chasing down the Loot Boxers. I liked the idea, though, just kind of ignoring the point and going for positioning. It looks like the Loot Boxers may try to do the same thing to go into this room again. hoping to walk through, walk past. And there's going to be the Kitsune rush. They're forcing Noble Guardians off the side, or off the high ground here. Topo very low. Suzu does come out. Hockey Pizza Man very low as well. And Topo able to sustain there. And Squid able to get 2 picks.
It's
Squid just going nuts here in this team fight. Ocelot getting the final elim there for the Loot Boxers to open up. Now 30 seconds
30 seconds.
to move the payload quite a distance. Dragon Blade online, Annihilation coming up close, but we do have both support alts as well as both DPS alts coming online soon for Noble Guardians. This is going to be a tough fight for the Loot Boxers, but not impossible. H2 does go down. That is a huge blade there from Ocelot. Bogus still fighting though, able to get Squid, able to get Dream Sweep. And Hockey Pizza Man there, hopefully forcing out Bogus bonus. And there's going to be the Annihilation. Able to get that. Loot Boxers have to make sure they don't extend too far, staying on the payload.
This ends now.
And Loot Boxers able to capture the objective, still chugging along, and they are doing a very nice job. I had mentioned that they were going to maybe struggle with the ultimates that Noble Guardians had online, but pushing through with both ultimates having been used. That's going to be a nice little bit of a stagger for the Loot Boxers as well. Again, having that spawn advantage will help Noble Guardians naturally, but that's definitely a nice fight for the Loot Boxers to have.
Not so fast.
60 seconds remaining.
Stop the payload. Clear out.
Hockey Pizza Man really wanting to push there on Baby Flex, but getting very low. Squid trying to use ultimate here, but unfortunately not able to. Baby Flex able to finish top. Hockey Pizza Man. Dragon Blade online for H2. We do have Annihilation from Bogus as well. Loot Boxers only having Rush and coming up on another Blade. And H2 able to get that pick there on Squid, able to get Arrow down, and Annihilation able to get Hockey Pizza Man. No ults able to be used, but the Rush does come out for no...
Let the Kitsune guide you.
And that is going to be one heck of a match. Noble Guardians able to come away with Midtown again. That is going to be a 3-2 win.
Play of the game.
Now do you see your mirror?
A heck of a performance there from Noble Guardians, able to stop the push from the Loot Boxers, who seemed to just never give up. They just kept pushing through. There were a couple times where the clock was getting low, but even when alt economy wasn't in their favor and things didn't look as good as it could for the Loot Boxers, they just pushed through and continued to win team fights to get to where they did. But unfortunately, it was not enough, and Noble Guardians able to come away with that victory and secure that 2-0 lead now against the Loot Boxers. We will be seeing possibly Noble Guardians able to shut out Loot Boxers. However, Loot Boxers, I feel like, are a very transformative team in a way that they can adapt to their environment. So it'll be interesting to see if those small adjustments can be made in order to overcome the Noble Guardians. For example, just in Midtown, they're able to take that side room and push into that high ground. I think that was a good play there from LOOTBOXERS. So if they're able to adjust there and keep doing that, they may have a chance here. But so far, it's looking like a Noble Guardians could come away with a 3-0 shutout. But we will see. We will be right back as we figure out where we're heading for push.
Wandering alone, nowhere else to go, trying to find all by design, feeling all this power, reckless and devour. Never backing down, wanting to find more. Wanting to find more. Standing by your side.
Alrighty, and we are ready for map 3. This will be Pusha Esperanza. Noble Guardians, Lootboxers will be facing off on Esperanza to see if this will be the final map. Definitely could still be anyone's game. Both teams hoping to come away with this map. Of course, Noble Guardians hoping to close things out and get that shutout. Lootboxers hoping to keep their dreams alive here. And doing so, they do make that swap. Hockey Pizza Man swapping out for Julian again there in tank position. We could be looking to see some more Hampter, as we did an interview with Julian and Lootboxers last matchup. And we are waiting. It looks like, okay, we get the official ready symbol, and we will be heading into Esperanza.
Welcome to Esperanza. Initiating match.
Alrighty, and here we are at Esperanza. We will be looking to see if the Lootboxers can come away with this map in order to secure their dreams of coming away with the victory here still. Again, both of these teams, the only two undefeated teams in Group A, and neither one wanting to come away with that L. So Lootboxers definitely going to have to give everything that they have got in order to win. Looking at the Lootboxers comp, we are going to be seeing that ball there from Julian. Squid and Dream Suite going to be running that Pharmacy. Ocelot and Arrow, we have got a Genji Lucio. For the side of Noble Guardians, we have got a Mauga comp, seeing a Soj Cass as well as an Ana Brig, maybe to counteract that dive. Let's see how these teams play things out.
2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Julian moving in quick, maybe hoping to get some intel on the other team, identifying what they have. And again, if anyone had read the news article, we had an interview with Squid talking about the team's win conditions and how they work. And there's going to be Julian immediately diving in, disrupting here, trying to isolate maybe Bogus from the rest of the team, but Bogus able to drop back and support. Bogus just trying to burn Squid, able to do so. Babyflex able to get that pick on Dream Suite as well. Lootboxers now down. Babyflex able to finish off Arrow, and Ocelot very low. Does get taken out with a fist by H2.
Oh, we have taken the lead.
Julian getting very low. Julian melted by just the sheer damage output that the Noble Guardians had. And Ocelot able to get that early pick. This could be enough to open up the door for Lootboxers, but Babyflex answers back, does take Arrow down. Man and Bogus hoping to get out here. Just so much damage output there from Bogus onto Squid.
Excellent teamwork.
And Squid kind of getting caught in that corner. Bogus able to just walk on Squid and Dream Suite. And arrow getting caught out there by Babyflex and Oreo. And there's going to be a blade there from Ocelot, but that's going to be a big rally there from Oreo Man, able to stun and push Ocelot back. That will be unfortunate, however, not able to get any picks. Almost seemed like that was an ult that you would do right before you swap. But Ocelot still sticking on that Genji. Squidstorm holding on to Barrage here. Some riveting pocket mercy from Dream Suite here. There's going to be the cage here from Focus. And just absolutely melted. Unfortunately, no picks for Squidstorm. Valk being used by Dream Suite as well. Topo able to get that pick.
I am on fire!
Squid now swapping up. We are going to be seeing Tracer and Ana as opposed to the Mercy Pharah combo that we had seen. Again, just the sheer amount of damage that Noble Guardians were able to have. H2 looking very low. Topo still able to strike, get an arrow down. And Julian able to finish that pick there on Topo, but meanwhile, both DPS go down for the Lootboxers. There are going to be the mines there from Julian, forcing Noble Guardians off the payload. It's going to be a nice ante there from Dream Suite. H2 does go down. Oreo Man may be caught out. This could be an opportunity. Lootboxers are going to capitalize on that and hoping to just chase down the rest of Noble Guardians here. And Squid still able to finish off Topo. This is a nice stagger. Has nice stagger potential.
Let's go, team. Time to push.
H2 still holding on to Overclock. We're coming up on high noon. We do have Orbital Rally and getting about 50% to that cage. Lootboxers coming up on several ults as well. And Squid able to get enough HP down and stick Bogus Bonus. That's going to be a nice pick for the Lootboxers. Now getting to that forward spawn checkpoint here. And I like this combo that Squid and Julian have. Julian able to dive and get damage, and Squid able to do the same. Maybe looking for Babyflex as their first target here. And Squid not giving up on Babyflex, does get that pick. Another big ante there from Dream Suite. Beat drop being used.
This ends now.
There's going to be and no value, unfortunately, for that. Ocelot now using Dragon Blade. Man, I'm just swapping all over the place trying to see what's going on. Lootboxers still up in this fight. Topo does get caught out and eliminated by Julian and Squid. Again, a very nice combination. Julian and Squid diving in together, and Squid holding onto another pulse bomb. H2 now going to be swapping off after that Soj ult.
Push a little further.
And Squid able to get another pick, sticking Oreo, and Oreo does go down. And Julian getting caught out. Bogus kiting there for Babyflex, able to keep Babyflex up there. And Squid does go down. H2 able to chase down Arrow. And there's going to be the pulse from H2, does not connect. H2 able to chase down Arrow and get that pick. LOOTBOXERS had a very nice push, getting very close to the lead. Just minute 30 left for the LOOTBOXERS. There's going to be Orbit there from Topo. A lot of potential from there. Babyflex able to strike first, getting Ocelot. Oreo Man diving in, getting Dream Suite here. You just see here the supports, well, really the whole team just on the lookout there for Squid, watching for that flex, and then also Julian coming in as well. And there's going to be another Squid able to get two. Topo and Oreo go down. No supports for Noble Guardian, but still some picks being made. Babyflex able to get Squid. Julian going down to H2. Nice ante there from Dream Suite, able to get H2, and LOOTBOXERS retaining possession here. Pulse spawn there for H2. Babyflex holding on to another high noon, but does go down to Ocelot. A nice early pick again to get a stagger going. Now we are down to just 15 seconds. LOOTBOXERS still with a little bit of progress to go. Rally coming out from Oreo Man, hoping to burn Julian and get a pick early, but Dream Suite doing the exact thing that Noble Guardians could not afford. And there's going to be Blade from Ocelot. Beat drop being used as well. Oreo going down. Babyflex going down. Very nice Blade there from Ocelot. And it's just going to be Bogus there. But LOOTBOXERS wanting to push. Bogus does go down. It is now overtime. That overtime spawn is going to be huge, but still a lot of progress. Wow. Another pulse bomb online for Squid, hoping to get an early pick here. And Ocelot able to deflect the high noon. Squid almost able to get Topo with the bomb, but still gets the pick. Bogus here. And the Mine's taking out Bogus. Bonus is just going to be Oreo Man. And that map is going to go to the LOOTBOXERS. Overwatch Odyssey viewers, we have got a potential reverse sweep from the LOOTBOXERS? Question mark? The game is still, the match is still alive. Anything is possible. Alrighty, and there you have it. We are at a 2-1 score between Noble Guardians and LOOTBOXERS. Initially looking like a rough push for the LOOTBOXERS, but able to turn it around. I gotta say that coordination between Julian and Squid looked very good, but initially, I mean, that damage output from Bogus and just the whole team able to shut down that pharmacy that other teams have normally struggled with. Very nice job by the Noble Guardians. They're hoping to replicate and take a step up here on this next map, as we will now be going... Where are we going, chat? We will be going to Flashpoint. We will be getting to see what happens next, but in the meantime, we will be picking maps and bans. We will be right back. Alrighty, and we are back. We have got Noble Guardians 2, Loot Boxers 1, and we will be heading to Suravasa, and we will be excited to see this matchup. And I paused there for a moment because as we're getting ready to start this map, here in match chat, I get a notification from one of the supports of Loot Boxers saying that there is unfortunate wood chip in their eye, and need 2 minutes to get that washed out real quick. So we're going to be on standby for just a second more, but once, oh, and it looks like that 2 minutes was more like 30 seconds. Getting another ready confirmation, and then we will be hopping in to Suravasa to see Noble Guardians and Loot Boxers compete. Loot Boxers hoping to keep their dreams alive here, and it is certainly anyone's map. Push looking very strong yet again for Noble Guardians. But Noble Guardians did take the L there, and the Loot Boxers hoping to replicate that and come away with another map and pull off a reverse sweep. But it will be a difficult feat nonetheless. Both teams itching to get back out into the battlefield, but as we're looking at things and teams are assembling their heroes, Hockey Pizza Man subbing back in for Julian, so we will be maybe seeing more of a brawl comp, and it looks like we're going to have a Amalgamir looking like Genji Soj on the side of Noble Guardians with a Lucio Ana, and then we have a Reaper, maybe Reaper Echo with a Juno Brig on the side of Loot Boxers, which has been a solid and I'll say pillar support combo here lately.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint. Mark it.
And Loot Boxers taking the inside here. I like kind of the stack. It could be dangerous for the Loot Boxers, but Bogus able to get a pick. Baby able to get the pick as well on the Squid Storm. H2 able to get the pick there on Arrow. Dream Sweet going down, and Baby Flex able to get that last pick on the Hockey Pizza Man. That is going to be a solid take for Noble Guardians, getting this Flashpoint map started off well for them. Loot Boxers regrouping here. Squid hoping to get in the back line here of the Noble Guardians. Nice ante there from Topo. And a lot of damage. Bogus able to get Hockey Pizza Man. Baby Flex answering back it, and Squid. And this is going to be another solid fight here for Noble Guardians. Now at 80%, Loot Boxers may not have the opportunity to touch here, and likely will just move on to the next objective here. You see Loot Boxers just kind of hanging out, looking for where the next objective is going to be, and start heading in that direction. Looking at the side of Noble Guardians, holding on to 3, coming up on 4 ults very soon. Loot Boxers holding on to 1, coming up on 2, maybe 3. It'd be interesting to see, maybe the Noble Guardians will be looking to engage or use a nano cage. Could be a possibility. H2 getting very low right away. And there's going to be that cage, but big ante, and even with the ante, Bogus Bonus is going to get melted. That very nice orbital. Topo able, or getting stomped there by Hockey Pizza Man. keeping Oreo Man alive just for a little bit, trying to get a little bit of a stagger, and at 20% and climbing. Noble Guardian still without one of their supports, hoping to start pushing into that maybe. See Squid up here with Death Blossom. It is possible that we see unfortunately, no, even with the cage, that is such a strong comp, but I think Topo may be saving Sleep for that Death Blossom. Baby Flex able to get the pick on Hockey Pizza Man, diving in. LOOTBOXERS now at 80% and climb, and probably get a little bit higher as Noble Guardians are making their way to the objective. Still holding on to the Blossom, coming up on Dragon Blade. Looking at the side of Noble Guardians, we do have Overclock, we do have a Nano as well. Also a pretty nice combo there. And Squid just getting out after taking a lot of damage here from Baby Flex. Gonna do that deflect, trying to push Bogus back a little bit. Hockey Pizza Man diving in, Squid here as well. And Ocelot able to get that pick. There's gonna be the Death Blossom from Squid, able to get H2 taking down Oreo Man as well. The other potential there for that ult in that cage that I hadn't initially thought about, but H2 holding on that deflect could have been very problematic for Squid Storm. So solid ult there, able to get that pick, and LOOTBOXERS coming away with the second point.
I'm here. There they are. Get ready. Really ready.
Looks like Noble Guardians may be heading to that high ground. They're going to try and regroup there. And maybe not. There's going to be another orbital from Dream Suite. Going to be huge for the LOOTBOXERS. And LOOTBOXERS able to capture objective here as well. Still holding on the Blade, coming up on a rush. That could be used here once fight has started a little bit, but we do have a Blade, do have cage, several ults, I should just say, for Noble Guardians. There's gonna be the cage. Ocelot very low, but using Blade anyway. Able to get Baby Flex Nano to keep Bogus Bonus alive. Hockey Pizza Man, however, able to get a pick there on H2. And just a lot of damage there. Topo to give the final pick there with a Bio Grenade on Hockey Pizza Man. LOOTBOXERS regrouping, but still at 63%. Squid Storm, tactical reset here. LOOTBOXERS pushing in here right away, maybe looking for that rush, but Dream Suite able to get that initial pick. Oreo Man goes down. And the LOOTBOXERS looking to regain the lead here. Still lots of ults online for both teams. Could be a matter of combining what they have. Hockey Pizza Man and Squid maybe looking for another Cage Blossom. But it all just depends, I think, on what cooldowns Noble Guardians have. That being Deflect, that being Sleep and Ante. And there is going to be Overclock, there's going to be Orbit, and there's going to be the Cage, there's going to be the Blossom, but does not get anything. Squid does get slept. That's exactly what I was talking about. And LOOTBOXERS having used a lot, well, I should say 2 of their ults there, and Noble Guardians having used Orbital and Overclock. LOOTBOXERS are going to try and touch here. Gonna have to touch very soon. There's going to be that overtime. There's going to be the rush. But Ocelot goes down almost immediately in this fight. And there's going to be the blade from H2 looking for some early picks. Squid getting very low, but able to get out and just wreaking havoc. Babyflex hoping to come away with it, but it is going to look like it'll be Lootboxers. Babyflex still able to get another pick, though, and that will be the second objective. Lootboxers coming away with it. And nice solid pick again by Babyflex. 3 picks almost back-to-back there. Well, 2 picks back-to-back and the third coming a little bit later. Solid play from both teams, but still the Lootboxers able to make those fights happen, or take those fights and win them when it counts most. Right there when overtime started, able to come away with that second objective. Lootboxers now able to set up here on point, having that slight advantage. But we are looking at Cage coming up on another overclock as well. Ocelot holding on to the Dragon Blade. There is going to be, and there's the Blade. There's going to be the Orbital as well. Ocelot able to get 2 with Blade here. And Squidstorm able to shut that down. Babyflex going down as well.
Behind you.
Lootboxers climbing at 30%, holding on the Blossom. Another rush coming up here soon, but we do have Overclock Nano and another Orbital to be online soon for Noble Guardians.
Area denial.
There's going to be the overclock and Nano. Hockey Pizza Man able to get Topo down though. And another Blossom here from Squid. But a solid deflect, able to keep a lot of that damage mitigated, but not enough. Lootboxers able to clean up at 80%. This is looking like it has potential to be the map only Orbital coming up on Dragon Blade. They take the space and play this properly, preventing any touch. But H2 almost falling off. That's going to be the map. H2 doesn't get there in time, and neither does Babyflex.
Play of the game.
On a roll. Rails empowered and ready to fire.
And here we are at map 5, the one that decides it all. We did Midtown / hybrid, so we will be going to Escort, and we will be waiting for map selections, map bans, and we will be right back as we get ready to see the map that decides it all. Welcome back, everyone, to the Noble Guardians Loot Boxers matchup, and we are here at the map to decide it all. We will be going to Havana per Noble Guardians pick, and this will be the deciding factor of which of these two undefeated teams will come away with the victory and remain undefeated, and which team will walk home with that L. Let's get things underway here at Havana.
Traveling to Havana.
Starting this match, it looked like it could have been a 3-0 for Noble Guardians, but now this has turned into, I think, a test of endurance here. Loot Boxers now tying the score 2-2, and this being the deciding match. I think that's what it is, chat. I think that Noble Guardians came out strong. They came out hot. Loot Boxers able to withstand and stay in this match completely, doing a very nice job of that, and they are hoping to continue that as we're getting things underway. Squid Storm starting off on Widow. Excited to see some of that. Looking at the side of Noble Guardians, though, we do have kind of a poke-ish comp. We do have that Genji Soj and an Ana Iari. On the side of Loot Boxers, we see Ramatra again from Hockey Pizza Man. And then we have a Pharah, but no Mercy to support with a Kiri Juno there in the back line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
I am moving the payload. Join me. The enemy is here.
And Topo, very nice setup position. Noble Guardians not hoping to push too far around this corner, staying in LOS here. And the Loot Boxers now taking TP up here. Squid swapping off that Widow after no initial picks, enabling Hockey Pizza Man to take some of these angles here. Pylon does get moved before it is destroyed. Hockey Pizza Man very low. There's going to be that push, but Bogus Bonus with a huge rock, able to get Dream Suite. Squid going down as well, but a pick for Loot Boxers. But it will be not enough, it doesn't look like. Just Hockey Pizza Man here now, and does go down. And it did not work. Loot Boxers going to be matching that. Well, I thought going to be matching that Genji Soj, but Ocelot now swapping to the Sim. And Squid making that first pick. Oreo Man does go down. Payload progressing, hoping to keep Hockey Pizza Man up. And there's going to be the Golden Gloves popped out. Looking at H2. H2 getting very low. Does get to Mega, however. And Squid Storm able to get another pick. And that is going to be the first checkpoint. Looking back at that Midtown map, it definitely was a struggle for the Loot Boxers to come up with anything. But here on Havana, they're pushing just right on through. A lot of damage output coming from Ocelot. And there's going to be the flux from Bogus, only able to get Ocelot. And the pick is finished by H2. Squid, however, getting the pick as well. Teamfight still even on both sides. We do have a Nano online for the Noble Guardians. And the Baby Flex able to get a nice pick early here. And the pick on Squid finished. Bogus bonus able to get Arrow down. But Ocelot able to get the pick on to H2, pushing a little bit too far. Hockey Pizza Man still holding this corner. Maybe LOOTBOXERS now hoping to take a little bit of a side angle here. We have all 5 ults on almost both sides, but that flux there. Rush being used immediately here. Hockey Pizza Man just chasing down Topo. There's going to be the Annihilation. Oreo Man able to get out, but still lots of picks for the LOOTBOXERS. And that is going to be a nice fight win using Rush and Annihilation. Now Bogus going to be swapping to Hazard here. We do have both DPS and support ults online for Noble Guardians. Definitely this checkpoint has not been won yet.
This ends now. This ends now.
And they're going to be overclocked from both teams. There's going to be the wall. And there's going to be Nano as well. Lots of ults coming out. Bogus able to get the pick on Ocelot, but Hockey Pizza Man striking back and getting Topo. Bogus hoping to trap Squid Storm, but H2 doing the work here in the back line. Able to get the pick there on Dream Suite, getting Squid Storm down as well as just going to be Arrow, and Hockey Pizza Man is just going to be Arrow, and then there were none. 1.5 meters for the LOOTBOXERS to capture, but definitely a fairly expensive fight. We do have the ever so bright sun from Mr. Oreo Man and a blade from H2 on the side of LOOTBOXERS. We have got a whole lot of nothing. Squid now swapping off to Torbjorn, and it looks like LOOTBOXERS is going to be wanting to push down low here. Unfortunately, nothing to speak of for that. H2 getting to his blade, looking at Hockey Man next, but the blade, or sorry, the turret's able to finish off that pick. And a Baby Flex answering back. That fight is going to be shut down by Noble Guardians.
60 seconds.
Still holding on to one ult for the side of Noble Guardians. LOOTBOXERS still holding on to nothing, as that was a pretty quick fight. Under a minute left. Not a whole lot of distance to push forward, but still. The team fight's going to have to be won, and won fairly swiftly.
Empowered and ready to fire.
30 seconds.
And Bogus able to get Arrow, Ocelot down as well in this fight. And that is going to be all she wrote for the LOOTBOXERS. Offensive effort getting stopped just shy of the second checkpoint. Very solid hold from the Noble Guardians. Now they will have to exceed that here in order to come away with this victory. Certainly very doable. And they have had a very strong offensive push. If we recall back to Midtown, really it seemed like the only struggle points were right there at that high ground between first and second, or I should say between the second checkpoint and capturing the objective, and then right around that corner there to finish off the map. But at the end of the day, they were able to come away with it. So hoping to replicate that, get just as strong, if not stronger of a push than they did on Midtown, and hoping to come away with it. Hockey Pizza Man now no longer playing Ramacha. We're going to see Amalga come out again. Squid back to the Reaper. Ocelot going to be playing some Venture. Then we've got a Kiri, Juno again for the support line. On the side of Noble Guardians, we've seen the Hazard. We've got a Genji. Baby Flex looking to do some damage, get some initial picks there. On Widow, I'm getting caught on walls, and then we have a Kiri Lucy on the support line. See the LOOTBOXERS starting here, hoping to get an early dive or jump onto the Noble Guardians.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And there's going to be that speed ring, and initially they are jumping in right away. And Babyflex able to finish off Ocelot, but big stomp there from Hockey Pizza Man, but just getting absolutely shredded, standing right in front of 4 of the team, and Dream Suite going down as well. LOOTBOXERS just hoping to, I think, get rid of some of the time that Noble Guardians have here on the first checkpoint.
Oh, thanks. Needed that.
H2 able to jump up and finish off Squid Storm, even with the protection there of Ocelot. Hockey Pizza Man diving in. It looks like the rest of LOOTBOXERS will do the same, but Hockey Pizza Man does go down after getting the pick there on Topo. 2 solid picks there from Babyflex, getting Arrow and getting Ocelot. H2 able to finish off Dream Suite, but Squid, now just trying to apply a little bit of pressure, does get Bogus down. If the LOOTBOXERS can regroup, they can try and touch her again.
Efficient design at work.
And they will do just that. And H2 able to survive. A nice dash, but Squid Storm with H2 on the open, able to capitalize on that. Squid Storm able to get the pick there on Babyflex. At first I thought it was lag, and then I realized that the pick was actually by the damage orb there. We do have Cage coming up on Overclock and a Rush in Orbital. Looking at the side of Noble Guardians, using sights here, we do have Blade Rush and B. There is going to be the Cage right away. Beat being used here by Noble Guardians as well. Rush being used by Arrow. Just melting through that extra support. Ocelot able to get the pick on Topo. H2 looking very low, but Bogus able to sustain at least to get the pick there onto Ocelot, but does go down. And now just 60 seconds. The LOOTBOXERS with a very solid defense so far. Overclock being used as well from Squid Storm. We still have Orbital. We still have Dragon Blade, but we do have a Blade and Rush on the side of Noble Guardians. And looking to get that pick there. There's going to be Orbital. There's not going to be Blade. And there it is from Ocelot. Able to get Topo down. 3 picks already for the LOOTBOXERS. And Bogus going down as well. These teams just going to be duking it out. Topo does still have Rush. And there's going to be the Rush with only 10 seconds left. LOOTBOXERS just backing up, wanting to sustain, kiting that, and then hoping to retouch here. Very nice job from the LOOTBOXERS, but coming up on ult, and there's going to be the re-engagement there. Bogus getting very low. Suzu coming out. There's going to be the slam. But Oreo able to get Dream Suite down. And Babyflex able to finish off Arrow. I don't know that LOOTBOXERS will be able to recontest, or if they even want to. 2.5 minutes now, reset on the clock. LOOTBOXERS are going to have to replicate that. Did a very nice job of kiting that Kitsune Rush, but unfortunately just wasn't enough. And it looks like Bogus is now going to be swapping to Ramatra here.
At any cost.
Look at this payload go!
Just a lot. There's going to be the beat drop, but a rush does come out from the side of the loot boxes as well.
This ends now.
And a lot of ults being used here by the loot boxers. Dream Sweep going down as well. They're just going to have one retouch. Squid making that swap. Maybe that was the reason for this pick. Squid now swapping to Reaper as opposed to Venture. A lot of ults used for loot boxers. Bogus does get very low. Squid able to get that first pick. Genji going down. Sorry, Ocelot going down. And it looks like Noble Guardian is just going to regroup. They do have Blade. They do have Overclock. They do have Rush. This could just be an alt dump for a Noble Guardian win. But we do have a Blade. We do have Orbital again for the loot boxers.
30 seconds remaining.
And now we are at the point where this is the map and the fight that is going to decide it all. Everything counts. Squid picked early. That's going to be big. Overclock coming out. Rush coming out. Blade coming out. Everything is coming out. And that is going to be an Oreo Man able to get that pick. This is going to be Bogus using Annihilation, able to get arrowed down. This is not an ult to want to have to go up against in these last couple meters. Hockey Pizza Man able to get onto ball and get to the point. Baby Flex answering back, getting Dream Sweep down. And that is going to be the map. Noble Guardians coming away with the victory against the Loot Boxers.
After you.
Play of the game.
And that will be all she wrote for this matchup between Noble Guardians and Loot Boxers. And I have to say, this was a heck of a matchup between these two teams. And assuming that they're able to stay in the same group, which I would imagine they will, definitely going to be a heck of a rematch. And Loot Boxers definitely going to have something to prove as they are going into the next meeting with Noble Guardians, who will then at that point be rebranded to Munchkins. So definitely a good match to end on as the Noble Guardians being rebranded, getting a fresh start, and hopefully hoping to come back even stronger with a new name. Maybe feeling a little more fresh, a little more loose, getting things ready going forward. But as we will be wrapping things up for tonight's stream, heck of a match between Noble Guardians and Loot Boxers, and it could have been anyone's match. I'm excited to see when or if these teams play again. I will definitely be ready for it, and as should you. As we are moving things forward along for this season, now in round 4, next match between Respawn Raiders and Steamboat. On stream earlier, it did say tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. That has moved back to 10 p.m. EST. And that matchup will be one you want to see for sure as well. Then we have Pistols and XL2A going up against each other. That will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST. And then, of course, we have got the University of Wyoming Cowboys going up against XL2B
That's Thursday at 10 p.m. But stay tuned and hop in the Discord if you aren't there. Like and subscribe to our channel to continue to see more Overwatch Odyssey matches. But until then, we're getting ready to start a new week. So have yourselves a good rest of your evening and a good start to your week tomorrow. Peace.